Welcome to Get Cooking at Maggie's Place. Today we are going to make a wonderful bacon and Swiss cheese quiche. This could be used for breakfast. You could serve it as a brunch, lunch, dinner, snack. It is absolutely delicious. And what I did was I started out by cooking my bacon. Instead of frying it in a pan, I went ahead and put a rack into a larger pan, placed my strips of bacon on it, and stuck it in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350. All the fat ran down to the bottom, and now I'm left with nice, crisp bacon. We're also going to be including spinach, Swiss cheese, eggs, and half. This is simple, quick, easy recipe. I'm going to slice up the bacon into small pieces. This is a half a pound of bacon, about 8 ounces. If you have a 12-ounce package, go ahead, cook it up. You don't want a lot of the fat, that's why I cooked it in the oven. Otherwise your quiche may come out a bit greasy. So while we have that chopped up, I'm going to set it aside. And I have an 8-ounce package of Swiss cheese. I bought it in slices. It was what was on sale and what was available. I'm going to slice this up lengthwise and then turn it and put it into small slices. And we'll set that aside with our bacon. And we'll cut up the other portions of it. This is so quick, such an easy dish. The preparation time is hardly anything, and then it just cooks in the oven, and oh my, you have a delicious meal. And there we go. Now we'll move on to the spinach. I have a pound of frozen spinach that I bought from the freezer section at the grocery store, and what I did was I defrosted it, put it in a strainer, ran some water over it, and then I squeezed the water out as much as I could with my hands, and then I wrapped it up in about 4 paper towels and squeezed it again. So now we have some very dry spinach. If it was still wet, or if you just threw it in frozen, you'd make a very soggy quiche. Now here comes all the easy stuff. We're going to take the cheese and the bacon that we just chopped up. We're also going to add a pint of half and half cream, and 4 eggs lightly beaten. That goes in there. A little bit of fresh cracked pepper, probably about a half a teaspoonful, and about a half a teaspoon of salt. Even though the bacon's got salt in it, so does the cheese. It just really brings out nice flavor. If you wanted to add nutmeg to this as a traditional quiche Lorraine, you could do that also. We're going to mix this up really well and get it ready to go into our pie shells. What I like to do before I put it in the oven is I like to take some tin foil in a strip and just wrap it around the very top part of the crust. This way, when it's cooking, before the filling's done, sometimes the crust is finished. This way we can assure that our crust won't burn. Now we're going to add our filling. I'm going to take a ladle full of the spinach and the cheese and the bacon. All of the good juices in there from the milk. There. And there is enough. I've already done another one. This is the second one. There is enough in this filling to make 2 pies. This is perfect. At this point, if you wanted to put a little bit of nutmeg on the top, that's fine. We're going to put them in a 350-degree oven for 45 minutes to an hour. Our quiche has been cooking for 45 minutes, and when I put a knife into the middle of it, just like you do with a cake with a toothpick, it comes out clean. That means it's done. I've removed the foil, And you can see that our crust is nice and brown. It looks really good. We're going to make slices, one down the middle, all the way through to the bottom. Oh, it smells so good. But it's very surprising, just a few ingredients and hardly any seasonings, and this is just scrumptious. What a lovely quiche. What is so great about this recipe too is that you can make this up ahead of time and put it in your freezer. Pull it out the day of or the day before and defrost and get it ready for a brunch or a breakfast. You could serve this for lunch or for dinner. Around the holidays, I get a lot of requests for this quiche, but instead of the bacon, I replace it with crab meat. It makes a beautiful, festive, colorful look with the green and the red. You can serve sliced fruit with this, some strawberries, bananas, maybe some berries on the side, some grapes. What is great about this dish too is that it makes two pies out of the same recipe. You can freeze one while you're eating another one, or you can slice them up in quarters like I did here and individually wrap them, stick them in the microwave later, heat them up. They're absolutely delicious. We hope you enjoyed this presentation, and for more great family favorite recipes, be sure to go to MagiesPlaceCookbook.info.